Jess. And for the morning announcements, this year our Red Raiders wrestling team is looking to become only the second in America to reach 1,000 career wins. First practice starts next week, and Coach Marina is still looking for more students to sign up. Help keep our historic tradition alive by joining the team and making the town proud. If you're interested, please stop by Coach Marina's office and fill out a sign-up form. Remember, always show your Paulsboro pride and your Raider respect. Have a great day.
It's almost like the pride of, hey, I'm a Paulsboro wrestler, one of the best programs around. And I think it means a lot to those kids, and hopefully they take that on. We've always said that some of the kids, when they put their uniform on for the first time, like freshmen, we would say stuff like, don't they feel like Superman?
I was born in this town and raised in this town. I've seen dramatic changes in this town, but one thing that's never changed, and that's the support that this town gives to something it really cares about. And it cares about the wrestling program.
Same way wrestling is, makes a man out of you. You play football, you play baseball, you don't play wrestling.
As impressive as winning dual meets is, what's even more impressive is the way they've done it and the way they're coached and the way the town embraces them. It's one of the best wrestling stories that we have in America.
Everybody, John Mondelli with John Boaching. And Boach, every time we do a match, it seems like it's another big one, but this is as big as it gets.
As big as any that I've ever been involved in, John. You're talking about tradition against tradition. You're talking about pride against pride. You're talking about number one in the state against number two in the state. You're talking the whole package here.
In order to be number one, you have to wrestle the best. And at that time, Phillipsburg was the best.
Normally we wouldn't wrestle Phillipsburg, but I think that sometimes people look at us and don't respect us, that we're a small school. I felt like we had to go and do this to get the respect for our town and for our program. Sort of like a David versus Goliath type thing. It was the little school against the big school, and they felt like there's no way this little Group 1 school down in South Jersey is going to beat us. There's no way we're going to send these guys back with their tails between their legs.
There's still people trying to pay us to get into our truck to watch the match. That's how big of a match that was.
Phillipsburg upset the number one team in the country, and we had them 3 weeks later.
Paulsboro's climbed the mountain. They've scaled Mount Everest. They're at the top. Now, can they put their flag up there and take Phillipsburg's down? They determine their own destiny. They got nothing to lose.
Talking about history galore. Paulsboro's won 30 in a row coming into this match. Phillipsburg, their last loss was back in 1994. O'Hara's got to get more movement on the bottom or he's going to be called for stalling. Paulsboro is in big trouble at this point. They can't back off like that either. He's got to go forward. There it is. He backed off. Gets it. Backed off. Stalling call with 42 seconds remaining.
Stall call in overtime. We lost that match. Then we lost the next match.
Then all of a sudden, Paulsboro's down 9-0.
We were getting in a situation, oh man. I'm just saying to myself, we just can't get blown out now, so we got to wrestle.
Paulsboro's in trouble, John.
Preston Hamilton went out against a guy who happened to be third in the state that year, Billy Moore. And Billy Moore liked to wrestle at a fast pace, and I knew that. And I said to Marina,
we're going to tie this match up right now. I said, what? This kid's a state qualifier, Moore.
Hamilton's got to stay aggressive. Got to stay aggressive. Got in on a single. Lifts it. This is what I'm talking about. He likes to pick his guy out. Easy. He does it easy. He's got the half. He's got it. Big 6 for Hamilton. Paulsboro needed that. We're back at 9.
and we were right back in the game.
He's got his man in trouble. Oh, brother, he's winding him up. I'm flattening out. There it is. 23-18.
We got a shot. If we lost up there, fine. You know, they're this big power.
He's got him in jeopardy. He's got him in jeopardy. Oh, brother. Oh, my. 106. Paulsboro takes the lead. 24-23. 2 matches to go. This one's going down to the wire. If nothing, Paulsboro has gained the respect
wrestling in this building and taking Phillipsburg right down to the final 2 matches.
Absolutely, Coach. The crowd is yelling roaring, it sounds like. 300 Paulsboro fans.
30 seconds to go in the period. He's up to his feet. He's got a reversal.
27-23 Paulsboro. It's going to go down once again to the heavyweight Tom Curl.
We led by 4, and we sent our freshman, Tom Curl, out against the eventual state runner-up that year, Steve Kopinski.
Just don't give up extra points. Keep it to a decision, and we win this meet.
You couldn't ask for a better script. I know we repeat it, but this is a thriller now.
Steve Kopinski, 19-2, 4th in the state last year.
I was a freshman. I may have been 15 years old. I was wrestling a guy who was pretty much a man at the time. And my goal was just to go out there and try to wrestle, try not to get killed. I mean, the guy was a monster.
Right now he's got to keep moving because the people are there. That shouldn't be a stalling call. Should not be.
The fans got that call for him.
You gotta wrestle, Red.
He's got to wrestle. He's got to give him a chance. He gave that stall call just a second or 2 after the takedown.
All Curl was doing was sprawling when this guy's going for his legs, and he kept getting hit with stalling points.
10 seconds in the period.
Got to stall Paulsboro.
All he did was react to the fire. That's a bad call. Great move for a neutral by Kopinski. 9-4. That's terrible. That's again a terrible call.
You can't do this. You got to be fair to both wrestlers.
Curl's got to be aggressive because we talked about the referee deciding the match, and it could very well come down to that.
Twice he's been just trying to counter a takedown attempt, and he's been called for stalling. Let them decide it.
The suspense, you could cut it with a knife.
Oh, brother. He counters a takedown shot again, and again a stall
Next
call.
one's the match, and Phillipsburg will win.
If he gives up another takedown, we're going to end up in a tie.
20 seconds left in the match, Curl got called for his 3rd stall, which meant that the next stall he was disqualified.
One more stall, Boach. It's Phillipsburg's match, though.
He can't have call a stall here. Cannot do it.
1.6 seconds.
1.6 seconds to go. You'll see history.
Go right into him.
Number 1, number 2 in the state.
It's over.
It's over. He got a takedown. It's over. It's over. He got a takedown. He'll get a takedown.
Tommy on top. We win 27-26, and we're the #1 team in the country.
That's going to be 27-26, Paulsboro. Oh, brother.
The #1 team in the state, I'll tell you what, match of the year by 4.
And I remember John Vogeting talking about the kids, and this small town went up big Phillipsburg against little Paulsboro, and Voge actually crying on the way home. Emotional about, the win. The people chanting we're #1. People would say, in 3 or 4 years, Paulsboro is going to be down. And then by the time you think about it, it's 1985, and then people say it again, and it's 1990, 1995, 2000.
If we did it 20 years in a row, we could do it 21 years in a row. If we did it 21 years in a row, we can do it 25 years in a row. They expect the team to be excellent, and to have a team that's a little bit less than excellent isn't acceptable for them.
After we get 1,000 wins, it's going to mean nothing, and then we're going to have to get 2,000, then we're going to have to get 3,000. And that's just how it's going to go. It's a huge thing, don't get me wrong, but no one can be satisfied with this because we still have a wrestling program and we still want to be the best.
It's amazing that it continues the way it does, and we're just going to keep it going as long as we can.
We have continued to maintain a tradition of excellence for years and years as our population decreases.
First of all, nothing goes on forever. You need bodies in order to have a successful wrestling program.
Who knows? I mean, can a school survive graduating 75 kids? I don't know. It's hard to say now because there's a lot of school choices out there, and it's not just Paulsboro. It can draw from other districts. A lot of schools can do that.
School choices, it gives a lot of people an opportunity to move to different districts or send their child to a different district, and that would be pretty tough for Paulsboro.
There could be a possibility where Paulsboro Wrestling could actually end, and that's sad, and I hope it don't, but it could.
This year's the banner year. You all know reaching 1,000 wins for the school. It's not for you. It's not for me. It's not for anybody in this room. It's for every single person that ever put on a uniform in Paulsboro. Ready? Go, steps!
It's one thing to have tradition. It's another thing to constantly remind kids that are 14 to 18 years old about what they're involved in and the tradition. It's no different than a family. You have certain family traditions and you have certain family history, but unless somebody passes that on to the next generation, they don't know about that. Paul Marina takes a lot of time to do that, a lot of time to spend and talk to these young men about the tradition of Paulsboro.
Every time we go out of this locker room, we're wrestling for a community. We're not wrestling for ourselves. We're wrestling for them. You got to make sure you go out and prove it that you're going to go out there and beat this team. You got to be business. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Good job in there. Run that greater. Good job.
This wrestling program is like nothing else. It's going to help you work hard and help push you, give people college careers in wrestling, get them an education. It means a lot to this town. It keeps us together. You know, it's almost like glue. And he doesn't want to let the town down by not having a good team or a well-coached team or a prepared team.
The guy was a principal, he was a councilman, you know, he's the wrestling coach, the most successful wrestling coach in New Jersey right now. I mean, what else can be said?
There's people who have mixed emotions as to whether or not he should be coaching as a principal. If that's the right thing for the school and everything else. I know it's the right thing for a lot of kids in that room.
The high school level coaching staff are extremely instrumental in kids' lives. I think it's a pretty good place to get that father figure.
How they kind of like try to guide these young men into going to school further and getting an education and then giving back to the community they came from. And that's exactly what Paul did.
I remember when Paul took so many kids into his house and fed. And it wasn't just because of wrestling, so they can go to school and get a good education.
If Paul sees a young person that is in difficult circumstances, he will lend his strength and provide that young person with a better opportunity. Because of that, they'll go on to do better things and make better contributions, and that'll be his legacy.
I wonder, without Paul's influence, if some of these kids wouldn't have graduated or wouldn't have stayed out for the team or wouldn't have experienced success in other areas. I think it's made a difference for many of them.
There's one situation like with Jermaine Ruffin, struggling in school, not getting to school on time, missing school. I had to always leave school to go get him, bring him.
At my house, I didn't have no father figure there, you know, so it wasn't nobody who had their foot in my butt all the time like Coach Marina was, you know, so I was kind of going on a one-way ticket to the streets. But it kind of all changed, you know, once I started wrestling, you know, and when he took me in, it was just to help me get my foot in the door to do something positive with my life, you know.
He lived with us for 3 years. It was very challenging at times, but knowing that we made a difference in the lives of these kids made it all worth it.
He just put his arm around me and just made sure that nothing could go wrong, you know what I'm saying, and just helped me in every way, you know.
For one of these two gentlemen, a state championship could come their way.
Ruffin just needs to stay there, and he's a state champion.
And he's going to get mobbed here. The victory for Jermaine Ruffin, and what a win it was. Holding off the late charge by Dave Ritz. And you can hear the Paulsboro crowd really enjoying.
He went to college, and he graduated college, and he's had a job for many years. He got married. He owns a home. It's amazing. I don't know that that would have happened. I really don't. Because if anybody had the cards stacked against him, it was Pickle. But he's one of several, of many.
Don't miss school. You hear me? Don't miss another day of school.
If you're unfortunate to have a physical altercation, there's some tough hombres out on the streets of Paulsboro. When you look at the wrestling team, some of the better wrestlers, unfortunately, aren't there.
As the community started to, in my words, disintegrate, the socioeconomic level in the town, I think has decreased over the years.
Growing up, we didn't have much. Me or a lot of my friends, a lot of my families, we didn't have much.
We've been hit with some financial woes in this town that other communities haven't had to deal with.
You kind of get like frowned upon, like you said, you're from Paulsboro. I mean, it's not like they lie, like, cause most of it's true. It's just like a hard town to grow up in. You gotta stay focused. But once you say like you wrestle, you may feel like you're a pretty good person if you survive Paulsboro Wrestling.
I started wrestling when I was 5 years old. My parents split up. I really couldn't go to home to my dad and go home to my mom. It was a little rough.
Dante had a lot of problems. We tried to work with him the best we can, tried to get him to come to school.
Like I was out there in the streets by myself. I was selling drugs, I was doing all that.
A lot of people turn to the streets, here. It's sad to see how many athletes that, Paulsboro really have that fall victim, to the streets and to the street life.
He had been in trouble with the police quite a few times, and he decided to go out for wrestling. I saw him walking down the street one day, and it was a great thing for me to be able to stop, shake his hand, and just let him know. I was truly appreciative that he had taken a turn in his life.
I just had a daughter, Leah, and I just gotta step up to the plate, be a man now. Like, I got plans on wrestling in college, going to college, getting more education in me. Be there for my child, be there for my family, the ones that love me. That's about it.
Dante got beat the other day, man. You didn't see no headgear flying, did you? He didn't fly, he didn't throw his headgear, he walked right off the mat. That's like a man, right, Dante? But we're gonna win more than you lose, I guarantee it. But people see that, and it shows you something. So make sure you guys, hey, win or lose, you walk off the same way. When you run out there, it ain't like you're running from the cops. You don't have to go real fast, all right? We need a pin. We need this pin. Come on, get it. Get it. Good job. Good job. Good job. Hello. It's a struggle, like you got to just every year take 1 year at a time and kind of like just prepare for the next year, and it's all year round.
We even come in Christmas Day for an hour for a run.
First Christmas practice, huh? First Christmas practice. I hope you ain't a little more. You were kind of crazy yesterday.
I mean, that's the key to this program. And just because a holiday pops up, and don't get us wrong, we have families, and we stress family oriented. But the thing is, we have to work.
I know that the kids, even the team, has had a say in whether or not they practice. The kids choose to practice.
This is part of our Christmas.
Get it set up! You ain't gonna score like that! Set him up! Start over!
It's gotta be intimidating to know, man, what do I gotta do to beat a Paulsboro guy? I gotta get up on Christmas morning and practice? Screw that. I'm not gonna get up on Christmas morning.
New Jersey wrestling's tough, man. It's extremely tough. Being a one-time state champ from Jersey is like equivalent to being a two-time state champ anywhere else.
They're the most important thing in the room. People talk about getting on the board. That means being a region champ or a state champ.
5th grade, 6th grade, and they look at those boards and they say, my name's going to be up there someday.
When you're in high school and those guys walk in and their names are on the board, they're like gods.
When they come in here, you always want to impress them and want to just show them that you're still keeping what they had going.
I just wanted my name to be up on that board so bad. But when you have a leader, you know that they love you, and they love you as a person, not just as a wrestler. You want to win for that guy. He just wasn't being a wrestling coach. He was being like a mentor. I lived with Coach Marina for a little bit. I remember he dragged my butt to church one Sunday because I was getting in some trouble, you know? When I think about Paul and what I learned from him, I never really think about the moves or the technique or any of that stuff. The things that come to my mind is when you're tired and practice is over and he's talking to you about life, talking to you about doing the right things and being a good person. I don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for Paulsboro Wrestling. I might be some bum. If he said, I need you to go through that wall, I'd go through that wall for him because you respect him that much and you know he cares about you and he cares about that program so much.
So Paulsboro on the bottom. We're tied, 825 pounds weight class. Granby rolls, reversal. Now said he has Octavio Liriano in trouble. One, and that's it. Paulsboro's beat the pole. Wins the 125 pound region.
It's always been my dream to be, to just coach wrestling. And then I saw that Haddonfield had an opening, and I said, you know what? I need to get back into coaching, and I get to do what I love, and it all goes back to Paulsboro. But I'm coming in now, and I'm not with Paulsboro. I'm the enemy.
Everybody's talking about the next match. Paulsboro, Haddonfield, that's all they talk about. In the summer they talk about it. This team is not better than us, okay? But everybody's got to be at their best on Friday night. Everything that we did from this point, it doesn't matter. You prepare yourself to come in tomorrow to practice hard.
A lot of times when you reach the top and you're up there and you kind of take it easy a little bit and you kind of level off, and actually you start going down because the other people are going up that are trying to beat you.
If you live in Haddonfield, you're very well-to-do, blasey. What they call you is the name. You down there in Paulsboro, smelling that, Saucony vacuum, they used to call it. And it's like, oh, they're going to talk about our town?
They're just Paulsboro. Like, yes, they're historic, they're a storied program, but we're not going to take a back seat to anyone this year. This is our year.
People make comments about Haddonfield being what they are, and they're elite in a lot of areas, and I think people are envious of it.
They're known as the blue-collar town, and then us as Haddonfield, we're known as, the rich kids.
It's tough. I mean, our graduating class this year in Paulsboro is 75 kids. They have that and just wrestlers coming out. We're lucky to get 24 wrestlers a year out.
They're drastically different towns. I don't want to say that Paulsboro is down on their luck or anything, but just walking through the towns, you can sense there's a different feel in the community. They definitely have a brotherhood that's unrivaled in any town I've ever seen.
The town has stayed intact because of the wrestling program here. A wrestling team could suffer. Typically, when the wrestling does well, it's a reflection in the school and in the town. So if we don't beat Haddonfield and win the state title, our numbers might even drop further, and the school can't really afford that.
Go. Get in the mat and stop with 15 seconds left. You can go somewhere else and wrestle like that.
I think the kids today at Paulsboro, they need to outwork the generations of Paulsboro wrestlers before them, and that's hard to do, but that's what they need to do.
Come on, guys, head up, go! Get up there! Some of you can't be told nothing. Between you and him, every time we say something, as seniors, you got something to say. But you're the first one ready to run out the door, aren't you, Rafa? You're the first one to run out the locker room, though, aren't you? You want to be captain this, captain that, but you're loafing here, okay? And you make a complaint, you run your mouth, and I'm trying to help you get better. You start to step it up, Mike. You take breaks all the time. Stop taking breaks. You got to be more intense in this room. I don't know how else I can tell you that. Told you 100 times in the last 2 years, now it's time to get more intense. You got two options, you change or quit. Get the hell off the team. I'm not worried about it, but I'm not changing.
You know, I haven't been around for a while, but the one thing I noticed is there's a lot of little complaining going on. The steps are slippery, or I slipped on the mat, or, you know, successful people are too busy being successful to complain. You guys can't complain it's slippery. We know it's slippery. And you're slipping down the steps half on purpose so you don't have to run hard. Quit complaining and just do it. It's slippery for everybody. You know what? You're complaining it's slippery, you're going to get hurt. It's going to hurt worse when you get pinned in front of 1,000 people. That's going to really hurt. Falling down the steps is nothing.
I said the only difference is a Paulsboro kid is a lot tougher than any other kid you're ever going to meet. So I told my guys, we need to get tougher.
Sunday morning, 8 a.m., every other team is asleep. He's like, yeah, just come out. We're going to go for a run. Like, Paulsboro's running this morning. Like, you guys got to be running too.
You're wrestling tomorrow for jackets, you're wrestling for pride, and you're wrestling for tradition, right here. Okay? You want to go undefeated as a team? This is the first big hurdle. We haven't been tested all year. This is your first big test.
Tonight, two of the most storied programs in South Jersey wrestling history. A rivalry dating back to 1949. The number 2 ranked Red Raiders of Paulsboro hosting the Bulldogs of Haddonfield.
Everyone talks about the numbers and about how many years we haven't lost in conference.
Big match, Colonial Conference, there was pressure.
This place is scary. Like, history there, that is 40 years they hadn't lost. Paulsboro single at the whole gym and everything. There's definitely some intimidation there. The whole town's packed in there. It's hot. You're just like, where am I? This is ridiculous.
The streak started from there in my sophomore year when we wrestled in Haddonfield. And then it just rolled, it just steamrolled.
Yeah, obviously it's a big match. It's going for the conference.
Hey, get this place jumping. Get this place jumping, let's go. Make sure you're ready, let's go, Red. Be ready to go, open up. Oh, you got my man, oh, you got, be ready. Let's go, open up.
Trying for a lead. Oh, God. Does not get it. Doesn't have it.
Oh, hips up. Get a wrist. Get a wrist. Get his wrist.
Five seconds of forward. Big. 5-1 win for the Colors. Close to a pin there. Yep. He's got to fight out of that. There it is. Big pin for Klaus.
I can't believe it.
For Paulsboro, Dante Scott.
Paulsboro's got to pick up some big points here. They got to be a heavy favorite.
I could have did better. Coach Marina wanted me to go out there and pin a keg, and I felt disappointed for myself because I didn't pin him for the team.
Oh my. He's on. Yep. Should be an exciting finish. It'll be a rapid 9-5, but 91 career wins. And I think you got to feel a little bit comfortable with the last two.
Oh, you dumbass!
Neutral 6-2.
What are you doing? You got to control him, though.
See Pete DePaul and Manchio up in arms. They're not happy.
You got to control that. You slam them, the match is over. Get the win. That's all you got to do, get the win. How stupid is that?
You're right, but you got to think about bonus points. So take the pressure off those last wrestlers. Valera's going to hold on, just give up the regular decision. 8th win for Paulsboro.
After Rappa's match, I was sitting behind the chairs with my singlet on. Marina came and grabbed me, kind of said,
You win this match, it's over, all right? You're the man one out there. Let's go.
Okay, here we go, Nick. The most anticipated match of the year comes down to this. We're at the last bout, and Haddonfield need a pin here to win this match. Paulson wins, Paulsboro wins, barring any penalties.
They need to keep that tradition alive. They can't let that tradition die.
Beat the Paul, a former region champion of Paulsboro, knocks off the Red Raiders. 33-31. What a wild finish.
And they just took the home field advantage away from Paulsboro in the group playoffs. Because now, if you're going to beat them to win a Group 1 title, you got to go to their house and do it. And that's not going to be easy.
The way I look at it, they created me. Coach Marina made me. They taught me to be a winner, and then on that day, I was the winner. My team was the winner, so I didn't feel bad at all.
Get up, don't cry. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Get in the locker room and do something. Get the match up. Let's go. I've been coaching 27 years, and the work ethic in the room and the attitude, I knew it was going to catch up with us. But you can change that. You can see this team again. What kind of Paulsboro kids are you? You're going to suck it up and bounce back like everybody else did? Or you're just going to crawl in a hole and quit? I don't think I got too many quitters in here.
You don't want to be remembered as a team that lost the streak. And unfortunately, there is a team that started the streak and a team that ended the streak.
And that's the one thing about our fans. They feel like we do. And I could see it hurt them just as much as it hurt us.
And everybody just wondered, would we ever be able to become what we were?
We got our butts kicked last night.
You love to put it on the front page, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's all right.
Either that or I'm throwing your bag out the window.
Why?
Get out of my fucking seat.
Why? Alright, I'll go.
You know he's a stubborn little prick.
Bring him in or we'll see.
Stop bumming. You got something to say, say it.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, be careful.
Say that sorry, it's okay, so.
Take it. Go. Turn around me, quick, keep moving, go.
We're gonna have to regroup a little bit and find the right paths to get this community and school and program to continue to basically to adapt to survive.
Go, Nicky. You rely on kids that don't work. You know that? My thing is this, everybody wants to win on paper, everybody wants to hope for a win, but you gotta pay the price. And that's the question you gotta ask yourself. Did you pay the price?
As we were getting older, we kind of understood. Like by the time I was 8 or 7 or 8 around there, I kind of knew what Paulsboro Wrestling was and how important it was to my dad. So
Paul had a piece of wrestling mat cut to fit inside the playpen. So that's what they had. So when they were in the playpen, they were on a wrestling mat.
he did find time for us, but from November to March, it was wrestling. And we started to understand that as we got older.
It was a pin. It was a pin.
A lot of it's a blur. It's what we did. Full-time job and 3 kids and other kids in the house. It was difficult. It was difficult. There wasn't a lot of downtime to spend together. That was Christmas, and Thanksgiving was, Dad wasn't around because it was prep before the first day of practice.
You know, and you'd get into the season, you know, I'd come here at 7:30 to work, and I'd go home at 9 o'clock at night.
That's what we did. That's how we made it work, and it's how we made things work with the program and our family, and it just became who we were. It's the first day of practice, the Friday after Thanksgiving. And Mike cuts Sammy's finger, thinking, oh my God, he needs stitches. There's blood all over the place. Can we go get him stitches? Nope. It's the first day wrestling practice. Wait out. Wrestling's gonna win every time.
Suck it up, let's go! Unbelievable. He's got no heart, man. That's what it is.
It was a pretty good team, but we didn't wrestle like we should have. We got the win, but we didn't beat them by a margin that we should have beat them by.
You guys that you deal with have no concern about this program. Zero.
They needed to do a little extra running upstairs, so we brought them up.
Group 1 champions, you gotta go through Haddonfield to get it. Let's go. Go. You gotta go. You can't take breaks. Come on, put that on it. That's gonna kill yourself. Come on, Hurt. You can't, every time you get tired, you stop. You just quit on yourself. Every time.
We running up here after a match, we already tired. When you want to go home, eat and relax, we up here running.
Just keep moving. That's all you gotta keep doing. You'll pass out before anything happens. Go. Move back. Ready? Go. 1. Go.
wound up doing like 4 more. Every time he kept saying 1 more, we'd do like 4.
Hand over your head. Get up. Yeah, put your hands by your side. You're going another one. Right here. Ready? Fuck. Tyree, get in there. Come on, Tyree. Get in the middle of the pack, really. Brian, get him going. Brian, behind you. Who is it? Tyree. Come on, Tyree. Come on, get in. What's the matter? Hands behind your head. Stand straight like this. Stay on your front. Go out there. Go. Pass out. Go. Who's that? Nick on, Nick. Stand up, Nick. Stand up. Back against the wall. You all right? Breathe. That's all you do. Quit, quit, quit. Tired of it. You guys gotta suck it up. I'm tired of this crap. Instead of pushing yourself, you guys give in to everything.
He went in the locker room and there's a folder. He threw all the papers, went all over the locker room, and I was like, oh God.
It's fine. When you finish it here, you go and you be done with it. You're right. I'm not kissing your ass. Oh, I'm tired of breaking my fucking neck. I know you did. Yeah? Breaking your neck? You're not in shape. Huh? You're not in shape. I don't care. I know you don't. And that's fine.
Hey, if they don't want to be there, then we're just going to keep practicing and do the best we can.
This team's got to develop some heart. Okay? And that's the big thing everybody sees is that there's no heart on this team. There's no intensity and there's no heart in wrestling. And it's obvious. I'm working the hell out of you for 2 weeks, I'm telling you right now. In between matches, after matches, whatever it takes, we're going to do it. So we're going to win the state title. So just keep that in mind. Everybody's got to buy into it. Everybody. You guys can head out. The harder you work makes him tougher. The harder you work makes him tougher. Find the hardest working guy in the room, and that's who you should practice with. You guys go the opposite direction. Get in here and bust ass. Get out, get out. Guys left and right. It does mean everything to me. This is my life. This building you're standing in cost me money out of my ass. And I know one thing's gonna happen. Either you guys are gonna take things serious and pull together like a damn team that wants to be #1 in South Jersey. And say, hey, you know what? Wash my hands of you, and I'm just going to concentrate on kids that want to wrestle. But you guys got to make sacrifices. You got to, or this team is going to be shit. Take him to the freaking mat. Boom! I'm going right to the wrist. I'm burying his ass with this shit. Fucking hanging on shit. Stop it. Bury him. Do it again, and we'll kick your ass out of here. Let's go. Ready? Do it again. Let's go. A lot of times I put this program first instead of my family, you know what I mean? Because I had to. And that's a sacrifice you got to make.
It wasn't just what do you give up. It becomes your life. It becomes what you do. It's part of you.
I kind of didn't know how I felt. I just felt sadness in my, I was thinking, how can that happen? Nothing has ever happened that bad before.
Yeah, I was afraid. I didn't know what to do or think or even say. I was in 6th grade when I found out she had cancer.
It was ridiculously painful, and I couldn't sleep in a bed. I couldn't put my arms over my head. I couldn't trust myself. I think that was hard for Paul, for him to see and deal with what was happening to me.
One of the problems I had was that it was something to do with when she was sick, that there was a wrestling camp here, that I had to be involved with the camp too at the same time that she was sick.
I think that was one of the things that definitely started some conflict.
I still remember Sammy helping me get dressed.
And when my hair fell out, it was Anthony that shaved my head. So it was the kids that really rallied behind me. It was the boys.
You know, we supported her, but like, I think at the time she wanted to change things in her life, and I think that was a lot of it. My lifestyle is a hard lifestyle, like, you know what I mean, for a wife, because, you know, the demands I have here at school and things, so maybe kind of that too worked on it. I really don't know.
I was very driven to live and to stay well. And sadly, it wasn't for my marriage, it was for my kids.
But it was tough, and it puts things in perspective, you know.
Not seeing our dad sometimes from beginning of wrestling season and end of wrestling season. Sometimes even on Christmas, but just make the team better.
All guys live! Hands away, Ian.
It's not a commitment to you guys. This should be the most important thing in your life. But it's not, some of you. But it better be quick. Your back's against the wall, you better fight back.
You know, everything's wrestling. You know, I seen him take money out of his pocket, pay for, oh, I'm crying. I mean, take money out of his pocket and pay for stuff for kids. Kids got in trouble, boom, he was there for them. But it's emotional because you feel it. There's a lot of blood and sweat on his back.
And you know what? It's depressing for me when I got 8 guys in the room running. It's depressing for me. You know, that's bullshit. You can't win championships like that. And that's not how this program was built. It's making guys that just go through anything, go through a brick wall to win. That's what it comes down to. Well, you get mad, you know what? I'm the only guy who's going to tell you the damn truth.
The question is, how much longer is Paul going to coach?
He had to explain to me, I says, Coach, I don't understand these kids, you know why they don't want to do the things that we used to. He says, Ty, things have changed. They changed a lot.
I'm not going to tell you the job's not hard. It's a very hard job as principal. It's draining. I just don't know how long I can keep up to do both of them.
We win together, we lose together, but we stick together. And that was basically what I was trying to explain to them. We got a great team, and we want to keep that intact. And we have a great tradition, and we don't want to lose that.
Good coaches keep those kids in there, and they don't get them to walk away. Or if they walk away, they come back because they realize that there's a lot of life lessons in that wrestling room.
I mean, I felt like I had to man up and talk to him, apologize for walking out. I put so much into it. I felt like it'd be stupid for me to leave over a little argument or whatever. I don't know, I came back, the team needed me.
I didn't know I was coming in and you didn't let me talk, you just kicked me out.
So I kicked that rapper, there's a lot of shit going on with the senior bullshit. I'm tired of dealing with attitudes. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna break the freaking team down. Right now, I'm breaking them down. They don't wanna freaking work hard, they're getting the fuck out of the room. I don't care. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. I'm tired of people loafing and doing shit, us being out of shape. It ain't happening. So, I mean, if you wanna wrestle, you wanna wrestle. You don't wanna wrestle, I gotta know because I gotta move on. I've been telling you from day one, this is not for you. Who's it for? Everybody else. Everybody else that ever put on a uniform. Anybody else that ever sweat for wrestling, it's for them. This whole night's for them. I want them to feel as that this program is good as now as it was when they left. All right, let's go, let's bring it in. You guys got a great opportunity here, right? An opportunity to get number 1,000. 68 years worth of wrestling.
is a privilege.
Final score tonight, Paulsboro 59, Haddon Township 6. Congratulate the Paulsboro High School Wrestling Program on their 1,000th career victory.
Former Paulsboro wrestlers in attendance take their proper place in the decade in which they graduated.
We have a plaque here, and we couldn't put everybody's name on it because it'd be mostly everybody's name in this gym. Everybody has a part in this legacy. So I just want to say, Paul, as leader from the Paulsboro Wrestling Association, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Spanning generations. When this town struggled, when there was questions of what the future would be, there was one constant, and that was Paulsboro High School athletics and Paulsboro High School wrestling. This town rallied around its school, rallied around its sports, and held together through difficult times, and tonight you stand together as champions, registering 1,000 wins. I am proud to call Paulsboro my home. Congratulations, Paul. Congratulations to this community. Job well done.
I don't know. I know I've made a lot of mistakes along my way, you know, in personal life, and a lot of mistakes in everything I do. But I think that they've weighed it out. That they know that my heart was always for Paulsboro, and that a lot of things that I do are to better the school and the town and the kids.
It's easy to understand what he cares about and what motivates him. And his love of this school and this town. I don't know that there are really words to describe it.
Just about all of them come back and they realize how important this program was to them and what it helped them do. So I think that's the most rewarding thing. That's the most rewarding thing I get out of it, is that they come back and they say, things you told us, what you taught us, they're true, and wrestling has made me the person I am today, and without wrestling I wouldn't have this, and I think that's what really stands out in my mind. And I think that's what the sport's there for, really.
I know I didn't want him to ever quit coaching, because as much as people say he's miserable during wrestling season, coaching is what makes him happy.
The tradition that was built, and I'm a historian, I always look back, and Norm Hangen, what he did for this sport, he knew something. He knew Paulsboro kids would bond, and that was the right sport for us. So Norman Hangen, he started this, and we are trying to continue it. Everybody that's on this mat has touched many people's lives, and the people in the stands have touched a lot of lives, and that's what it's all about. Our tradition lives on, and if you look around here, the future's looking pretty bright also. So I think we're going to be doing this for a long time. So thank you very much. "68 years of wrestling, all the alumni, everybody's focusing on what this team going to do. They're going to bounce back hard, get after them, and I'll tell you one thing, this has got to be the most important thing in your life. Not your girlfriends, your schoolwork should be important. Make sure you do what you got to do in school, all right? But This is the most important thing in your life. And push yourself when you're tired. And when you get tired and you got the pain, you feel the pain, you got to fight through it. Think about losing to Haddonfield. You still can get jackets, you win a state title, you're doing something. And you did something another team in Paulsboro really never did before. Losing a team in the groups, come back, beat them, and win a state title. You'll be the first team that ever did that. No one else had to ever do it. Let me catch you. Ready. Not bad, you guys won. You can fight through the pain. Hurry up. Here we go. You got 30 seconds sprint for Haddonfield. Keep moving. Push. Hit it. One. Hit it. Hit it. Into the door. Next group, get out there. All right, time. Good job. Back to the room, bro. Good job. Good work. Good work. Good job. Haddonfield. If you do not go into Haddonfield to physically beat the shit out of them and hurt them, then you need to stay home. Nobody beats Paulsboro twice. Nobody.
I heard people sold $3 tickets for $50 a copy. This might be the first time that a high school match tickets were sold on StubHub.
It was packed 2.5 hours before the match.
You could hear the buzz. I mean, it was electric in there. Tonight, Paulsboro tries to continue its dominance. However, to do so, they must avenge an earlier season loss to Haddonfield.
Hey, when you guys go out there and warm up, they do you. Don't. Like they're not even there. Yeah, don't even look up. Don't look. Don't smile. Don't look at them. Smile. Don't do nothing. That means the whole night. Just let them be whatever they want to be. You just do your thing.
We're walking to the scale, and their like student section was going nuts, telling us we suck and laughing at some of the kids.
And the superintendent was standing there. I said, if this happened at Paulsboro, we'd be getting letters from your school saying how bad sports we are. If this happened in Paulsboro, I said, I'll tell you what. And they both just nodded their head like, we're sorry as well. And that's how I felt. I was ready to go, man. When the guy's ripping your arm over your head and he's trying to pin you, your arm's gotta bust before you get pinned. You don't give in. This has gotta be the biggest fight of your life. This has gotta be the toughest match of your life. This match is in the way of your state championship. But you know what? It's more than that. You're wrestling for your pride. They beat you. They beat Paulsboro. There's no tomorrow, fellas. You gotta win. All right, let's bring it in.
Well, will the tradition of Paulsboro continue, or will Haddonfield win their first Group 1 championship? All that coming up next.
That's it, boys. Seniors, state title. Go, run! Taken. All them nights running. Be physical, go out there and get it.
Well, here's Pete the Paul. Started at Paulsboro, both. Yep. Oh, look at this, folks. Whoa! Takedown. He won't get any back points, I don't think. Okay, we do have a switch here, Voj. Just trying to get that change for you. Give me a second. A junior, 0-0. First varsity match.
I don't know, is Patrick Schlitt on the weigh-in sheet?
This kid's ineligible.
Why?
He never made flat weight.
He's not allowed to make flat weight. Round down, look in the NJISAA book. I got the email, my athletic director.
All right, let's ask
I
him.
got it, it's covered. He's legit.
All right, well, I'm just, all right. All right, it's fine.
I think tempers are flaring a little bit over there already, only after one bout.
He didn't just go out there with the team he had last time. He tried to do everything he could to win. He knew it wasn't going to be like last time. He wasn't going to get this pin he wasn't supposed to.
Tied at 3. Winner of this will get a trip to wrestle in the state semifinal. Definitely looks like Dante Scott coming out for Paulsboro. Let's see what happens for Haddonfield.
Don't force nothing. Get the win first. Get the win.
Dante Scott, a senior, 15-4 this year.
Gregorio Vogt, only 1 loss in the state of New Jersey. Oh, he's in trouble.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh.
Real high, and he's going to get reversed.
Yep. I know this is a weight class that Haddonfield definitely was counting on.
When it came down to Dante, I thought that he was the man I wanted on the mat.
Oh, my.
Like he baited him into that one.
Oh, my.
11-4. I couldn't get our two-time district champ, state qualifier, Kevin Gregorio. I couldn't get him away from Dante Scott.
Everything he did for me, it just came into effect that match.
Come on, get a hair. Take it.
Big 17-5 win. 4 big team points for Paulsboro. They lead 10-3, and they've won 3 out of the first 4.
Oh, my.
There's the pin.
25-second pin.
Don't get no big ties or anything you'll get in trouble. Just score points and just get the win.
That's a momentum breaker, that quick pin.
Try and bring him down carefully.
Got the takedown.
Underneath! Hamilton!
Rafa's going to hold on. 3-2 win. 16-12 Paulsboro. Their 5th win.
Don't say nothing to the crowd.
Okay, well, we got a rematch here, Vogt. This is like 160. This is the match I think Dawson's been looking forward to.
This was the meat turner last time.
Vogt, you went down to this weight class last time these two teams wrestled. He's just picking up off the momentum from that pin the first time, and he gets a takedown. He's up 2-0. And Schlitt's going to hold on. Big win for Haddonfield. It's now 16-15.
Nothing, man. We're going to get through it.
Usually keep the ball, so I'm going right after him. And Haddonfield takes the lead. First time in a long time.
You get right, wrestle tough, man, all right? I'm good. Get him, man.
2:15, we're going to have McMullen. We know that. McMullen has him down, though. Quick, Vogt. Oh, my. It's the pin. Oh, my. Oh, brother. Oh, my. 28 seconds. 25-20 Paulsboro.
Win. Yeah, you come off with a three-pointer, you're good, all right? You come off with a three-pointer, we're good. Johnny, come here. I gotta talk to you. You gotta listen to me now, right? You gotta relax. You just need to win, all right? You can't get in a situation where you're gonna get in a bad spot to your back or anything.
I know I said this last time these two teams wrestled, but Paulsboro just has to win one of the last 2 matches.
Yes,
and they win another South Jersey Group 1 title. There's the takedown for Ron, trying to give Haddonfield a chance.
I sat down and Dean Duke was sitting next to me. And I said,
Tell him no slams, Paul.
I got up and John.
This guy don't try to bait you, like hitting you or bump your head or cuss you to try to get you like disqualified. So keep a clean head, all right?
And then I sat back down and then Dean said, Paul, does he know like not to cross-face him hard or do something stupid? And don't let the kid, I got up again. I said, John.
The only thing I worry about like cement mixers and stuff like that.
Well, we're going down to the 103-pound match, folks. Once again, we go down to the final weight class.
Then I sat down, I'm getting ready. I know Johnny's got to go out there, and Dean says something again. I get up, and I was all right, John.
You're good, man. It's like, you know what? You're the man I want on the mat right now. All year, you're the man I want on the mat, all right?
I just tried to calm him down, but I think we were worse than he was. You know, he couldn't wait to get out there. He was a nervous wreck.
Go, be smart, wrestle smart, let's go. Be aggressive, buddy, let's go.
I knew Johnny just had to win.
You know what, Paul? What? You got to be told. You put this kid out there. He wants Johnny to get him up. What? He wants Johnny to get this kid up and slam. I know. I told him no slams, no fucking slays. Don't like to pick him up. I said, watch your kid, don't fucking hurt you.
Sometimes he gets a little over anxious and goes too fast in some of his moves. He has to be patient.
A lot of pressure on a sophomore.
Get it! Run it! Run it! Run it! Run
Oh,
it!
look out, folks!
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Run it! Run it!
Oh, brother! Paulsboro avenges the loss.
And they go back to the state championships again.
How about that? Each team won on the road. There's the Paulsboro crowd. Another sectional title. What a year.
This is their 31st consecutive South Jersey championship.
There you go.
We're going to
The
interview.
number 1 team is Paulsboro.
And our kids wrestled above their heads, and it was awesome. Our fans were pumped up. It was the deal. And it kind of brought our fans back on our side, you know? Like, it kind of, fans really looked at us like we weren't like a disappointing year. Kind of brought our fans, like, you know, right back on our side. And our fans never lost faith in us. They were loud the whole time, and they felt that, you know, we were going to pull this through, and it kind of was a great feeling. It was awesome.
You made so many people in Paulsboro so proud of you guys. And you guys showed me that you still got that Paulsboro pride, man. That's something that we've got to keep forever.
Yeah, Red. They're bringing them home. They're the home of champions. Red Raiders. They won tonight? Yes, they won tonight, yeah.
Steadfast, loyal sons and daughters.
State champ.
As long as there's a Paul Marina and there are people coming along after him, there will be Paulsboro Wrestling in some form. I think the future is very bright. That future is not just on the mat on a Wednesday or a Saturday, it's in life afterwards.
Dante Scott, come here, Dante. Dante's my man. I love this guy. And a couple times he bounced around to where he was living, but he's trying to make it and go to school and graduate, take the good things in life. And remember, if you work hard in life, the way you guys do at wrestling, you're going to be successful. And I just want to let him know that this whole coaching staff, everybody in this room has your back. And I want to let you know that, Dante. So good luck, buddy. When things don't go right for you, you kind of make bad decisions.
I always think about that still to this day. I lay in my bed, think about that every night. I was getting college offers, but I stopped going to school because Marina was on my beat. He just wanted me to do good overall, like just as a man, as a wrestler, at school. He just wanted me to be a good person.
I don't think they would have ended up to be the men they are today. The possibility of them having gone the wrong route. But I think this experience in this town with our people probably did an awful lot.
Man, I take a lot from Paulsboro, really. It's a little town. This little town helped me a whole lot.
I don't doubt for a minute that there are a lot of people, a lot of men in this town, or around this town, or out of this town now, that when they think back, they're going to realize what they owe. And I'm sure a lot of them are paying back somewhere else.
It's not always those guys that are in the limelight, it's those guys that need a lot of help, and this sport's helped a lot of kids, man. And I'd like to say Paulsboro Wrestling has helped a lot of these kids, and so a lot of people in the community that are involved with wrestling.
It's just so funny how many things in your life always go back to the things that happened in that wrestling room.
And you looked around this room, if Paul Marina had not stayed involved, stayed engaged, and if Paul Marina had never came our way. I don't know that we're doing this interview. But someone else has stepped up, you'd like to think so. But he's unique, and he's very honest, and his feelings are very straightforward. And we could use more Paul Marinas.
I'm happy where I'm at. I love this place. I love this wrestling room. I always said if I get laid out, they're gonna lay me out in this room, man. Have my viewing right here. I always said that because this is where I spend a lot of my time. This is where I've seen a lot of kids sacrifice in this room, and I've seen a lot of tears. Seen a lot of good things happen. People don't see what happens in this room, and they can't understand how these kids walk out of here and it's such a bond later on in life because, hey, they were a Paulsboro wrestler and they knew what it took, you know, to hold that name. So